Alright, what's up you guys? My name is DXG. You guys just call me Damon. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I know that I am. We are back today with the tier list. Figured, I watch a lot of YouTubers that box, and I know a lot of other people do, especially if you're in the YouTube space. So I figured let's merge the two together where I get views for putting these people's names in my videos, and I get a video as well. It's a win-win, So in this tier list, I'm going to be leaving a few names out of here because for some reason they put in like Floyd Mayweather in here, who, just my opinion, I don't think is a YouTube boxer, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just get right into this tier list. Real quick before this video does start, I do just want to thank all of you guys. A month ago, I guess 2 months ago now, that's crazy. We've been posting 2 months consistently, y'all. That's sick. But I had about 550 subs. We're at 650 right now. You guys are crazy. You guys have ran up my subscribers so much, and I don't know how to thank you guys enough. Seriously, you guys mean the absolute world to me. All 650 of you guys and going up. Whenever you guys hit that subscribe button, automatically, I love you guys, and thank you guys so much. If you guys could help me, if you guys aren't subscribed already, just go down there and hit that button real quick. Big red button. You can't miss it, and it's free. If you don't enjoy me or you don't enjoy my content that I make in the future, something like that, the unsubscribe button is completely free. There is nothing stopping you from clicking it. It would just make my day if you just clicked it right now. And with that, let's get into this video. YouTube boxing. I know for a fact that I have watched almost every single YouTube event. I've missed a few. I didn't watch the Fouseytube one and stuff like that. I mainly watch people that I watch, so I watched the KSI Logan Paul. I watched both of those. I watched the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight. I watched the TikTok versus YouTube event. And I also will be watching the Alex Wassabi versus Deji, the UK versus US one on March 5th. I'm actually very pumped for that one. I'm pretty sure that everybody in this list I do know as well, so there'll be no problems there. All right, first off, we're starting off big right here. We got Logan Paul, okay? I would say that before the Floyd fight, I would put Logan Paul maybe good. He swung from his hip a lot. I think just because, bro, he stepped in the ring with Floyd Mayweather for a bunch of rounds. And even though some people can argue that, like, oh, Floyd Mayweather wasn't fighting, it don't matter. He still got in the ring and was able to get a fight from Floyd Mayweather. I don't care. Like, that's God tier for me. Off rip. Logan Paul is God tier for that. The fact that he was able to step into that ring and fight that dude and just do it. And also, he had a Pokemon card on his neck, too. Of course, it's not just a Pokemon card. It's a PSA 10 Charizard. But the fact that he did that, GOAT. He's a god. I don't care. All right, next. We'll put him in here. Why not? Ben Askren. Okay. If we're talking from the standpoint of his boxing bout, it was a stinker. It was an awful fight. I don't know what the mindset was going in. He looked like a jug of milk, and he got pummeled. If you want to be honest with this fight, this is probably one of the biggest letdowns in YouTube boxing history. There was so much hype around this fight and how it was going to be an amazing fight because it was Jake Paul's big test and everything, and he just got laid out. Like, it didn't look like Jake Paul was trying. It was an awful fight. But for that one, yeah, you're a stinker. Like, no way. Okay, next. I'm going to be honest. I can't remember this dude's name. I know this dude is the guy that fought Jarvis, though. He has like 50 mil followers on TikTok. How do I not know this dude's name? Whatever. I can't remember his name. But dude, I want to say Bruce. He kind of looks like a Bruce to me. I don't know. We'll call him Bruce. He lasted 3 rounds, I guess, against Jarvis. He didn't really do much, though, It wasn't really, like, an even fight, like, for sure. I'd say meh. I mean, he got knocked out, but he lasted a round. So, I'm going to say meh on it. He did fine, I guess. Taylor Holder. Okay. I love Gib. AnEsonGib, I like him a lot, okay? The fact that he did not win that match, he did eventually, but the fact that it was a draw in the beginning, I don't know what the judges were looking at. That was by no means a draw. And for that, Taylor Holder, I will say, he is a good fighter. I remember going into the fights going into the TikTok versus YouTube fight. A lot of people were looking at Taylor Holder and saying that he was the best fighter on the card. He did show he can't throw a punch and he can guard. Gib was just better. But for that, he's decent. He's a decent boxer. He did some good punches, threw some good punches, blocked a few hits. So he did good. He did good. Next, we got Fouseytube. Fouseytube. This guy, his boxing match is a meme.
No. Defend yourself, Fousey. Defend yourself. He's just refusing to look after himself.
The first rule of boxing is defend yourself at all times.
Yeah, I mean...
I would go as far to say he's probably the worst YouTube boxer that we have ever seen. Dude, his head was a punching bag. I don't know what his trainer was telling him. His trainer was just telling him, you know what, man, if you just tank every single hit in the face, you'll be fine, you know? I don't know what the mindset was going into this fight, because he was not fight ready. He was big, but that's about it. That's the only thing that he had going for him. He is a stinker fighter. I don't care what nobody says. He is not a good fighter. And it's wild to me that they put him in this fight expecting him to do something when his head looked like cement at the end because it got flattened out. Like, I don't know what that was. Fousey, you're a stinker. I would say you're worse than Ben Askren at boxing. I'm going to be fully honest. You are worse than Ben Askren. I don't know what the mindset was with that fight, but it wasn't good, I'll tell you that much. Next, we got Vidal. Vidal, of course, it was the trainer for Deji for one fight, or I think for a little bit of a fight. Was KSI's trainer for the Logan Paul 2 fight. And he is actually an actual boxer. I've seen his boxing footage. Bro is actually nuts. He's super fast, and it clearly packs a punch. He lays dudes out. It's actually crazy. I mean, I actually would definitely like to see him on a YouTuber boxing card, like as an undercard. That'd be sick. Based off of what I've seen, though, I'm pretty sure he's had like what? I want to say 5, 6 pro bouts, and he's dominated almost every single one. Like, he's fought super well, and he's a good boxer. I'm gonna say that he's almost there for sure. Because he hasn't had his big breakout fight yet, but based off of just raw talent and skill and what I've seen him do, he's definitely almost there. He is a very, very good boxer. All right, next we got Alex Wassabi. Alex Wassabi. Listen, I am invested in this Deji versus Alex fight just for the fact that I've watched both of their comeback videos. I've watched all 3 of Deji's videos since he's came back from his hiatus, and I've seen Alex Wasabi's comeback video as well. He's been working. I will say that. He has absolutely been working. The problem is, I do not know. The problem is we just haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen him in a fight. I did see some sparring footage of him with Fouseytube, though, and Fouseytube laid him out. So the fact that Fouseytube uses his face as a blocking guard, the fact that Alex Wassabi got knocked down by him and didn't do any damage to him, it's a stinker for me right now. We haven't seen him fight or do anything else yet. But based off of what we've seen through sparring footage, this was a few years ago, but that's not a good look. He got laid out by Fouseytube. You're gonna go above Fouseytube because I don't care, you can't be as bad as blocking as Fouseytube is. Bro actually calls himself the worst boxer in YouTube. So we'll leave him there. I think that until Alex proves himself in this new fight, or maybe even if he loses this fight, if he fights a few more and proves that he can actually fight, he's a stinker for me. How do you get laid out by Fouseytube and then Fouseytube goes into a fight like that? Like, come on, bro. Next, we got Big Gibber.
Hey, bro. I know you are a Muslim.
I love this guy. I know that he's had quite a few fights. I haven't watched all of them. I'm pretty sure he had 3 fights before the fight with Jake Paul. We all know what happened there. Very, very unfortunate. The weird thing, though, is in that Jake Paul fight, he didn't fight like he did in any of the other fights. I'm pretty sure he had a new camp, and they're telling him to fight a different way. I think. Don't quote me on that. I really don't know. But his other fights, Gib is crazy. He fought the hardest person on the card. The hardest person on the card, I would say, was Taylor Holder. Gib took the fight and won. There was a really big outrage when he didn't win initially, when it was a draw. They did switch it, but it was a pretty one-sided fight. Gib is a really good fighter. I'm excited to see him get in the ring again. I've seen some rumors that he's saying who's going to fight next soon. I really, really want to see that. I really want to see him fight as well. So for that, you're almost there. Honestly, you're almost there. You have one main card fight and you win it. I think he's God status. He does that, honestly. As he stands right now, Gib is a really good boxer, and not to mention, bro, his cinematic videos when he calls somebody out and all that, nuts, dude. High production videos on him too, honestly. All right, next we got Vinnie Hacker. This was the most unfortunate match on that card for sure. Vinnie Hacker versus Deji. We all know Vinnie Hacker won. Vinnie Hacker definitely did put some heart into it. There was a lot of other people on the card that kind of went onto there, and you could tell that they weren't training. They weren't really putting in a lot of effort. We didn't see that. It was a different story with Vinnie Hacker. You can tell he put in a lot of work, and there's a lot of heart there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he did get the win. I will say Deji had some power between them punches or something, because he was like rolling around the ring for the first round or so. So for that, you get knocked down a little bit. I would say he's decent. He's decent. We've only seen him in one fight, so we can't really say much. But yeah, I mean, you're decent. You did pretty good. Definitely below Taylor Holder though. Okay, all right. Next we got Raka. This guy fought Scarce. I believe. Yeah, he fought Scarce on the Logan Paul versus KSI 1 card. I want to say. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He won. Really old. I guess not really. God, dude, it's crazy how long ago it was. What, 4 years, something like that? 5 years maybe. That's crazy. Pretty good fight. He did get the W, and Scarce also was way taller than him, and there's reach disparity there too. Like, it wasn't by no means an easy fight. At the same time, Scarce also wasn't that good of a fighter. Yeah, he did good. He almost fought Gib, but he didn't. I don't really know if he's gonna fight again, honestly. But that one fight, I mean, it was okay. I'm gonna throw him a meh. He did pretty good, you know? Next, we got Jarvis. Jarvis. All right, this guy. Jarvis destroyed Michael Lee. Like, this was a no contest. Jarvis dominated the entire time. Jarvis, most of the channel is also focused around boxing now too. Like, he's made a full transition, which is sick. Not to mention that he went from being a completely different type of person into this now. It's crazy to see, honestly. He's done amazing. Like, nothing short of that. That fight was really good, and it was a testament of how much heart he put into the fight and how much heart he put into boxing, and it showed. Obviously, it was, I believe, actually, there was one of the 3, I want to say, TKOs or knockouts on the card, and it was, in my opinion, the most convincing one. He got laid out all the way. I want to see Jarvis fight again. Like, without a doubt, I want to see Jarvis fight again. If he was on this UK versus US, that would be crazy. I don't know who he would fight, but I would pay to watch that. That would be a crazy fight to watch. I would like that a lot. Yeah, no, that's high for me. I'm gonna say he's good. He is a really, really good boxer, and I want to see him fight again for sure. Like, absolutely. Okay, next here, Austin McBroom. Now, Austin McBroom slapped, I mean, absolutely slapped Bryce Hall. Like, he made the dude look like a bobblehead. That was no fight at all. I don't know what was going on, but Austin McBroom manhandled that dude. He also was switching stances, throwing some pretty good power punches and blocking very well. He looked like a really good boxer. I do want to see him fight again. I've seen rumors about it, and I would say it'd be an amazing fight for him to fight KSI. That would be an amazing fight, and I would love to see that. But based off of his fight that he's had, just like a lot of these guys, there hasn't been a lot to go off of, just because they've only had one fight, and this one especially was pretty short. But it was a crazy fight, and Austin McBroom absolutely dominated. He is almost there for me. If he gets another main card and he does the same thing he did to Bryce Hall, or even just wins, I think that he is almost God, honestly. Because that fight is, in itself, that fight is God tier. Like, that was a crazy fight. And it, like, come on. Next, we got Joe Weller. I am pretty sure that Joe Weller did say he'd fight this year. So that would be kind of cool to look at. First Joe Weller fight, I believe, was against KSI. JJ laid him out. Like, I guess didn't lay him out, but it wasn't a fight. Like, Joe Weller knows how to guard, I'll tell you that much, but that's about it. Obviously, headgear was on and all that, but it wasn't really a fight, honestly. And just based off of that one fight, it did not show. Like, his work did not show. His physique looked good, but that's about it. I do want to see whether he's improved in the past year or not, and I guess then we'll just have to see. From standing right now, he's meh. All right. Next, we got Deji. Big man in this one. Deji could make huge moves in his next fight, but he's lost every fight so far. He was doing pretty good against Jake Paul, just got gassed and lost. Of course, he fought in the TikTok versus YouTube event. Didn't work, didn't train, and he got gassed so quick, and he took a knee. Neither of these fights were really true testaments of what Deji's able to do, because it's pretty evident in both fights that he did not train based off his physique and his cardio, obviously. But the one thing I will say is watching him in the Vinnie Hacker fight, he has power. Like I said earlier, he was seriously throwing around Vinnie Hacker in the fight. So I think that if he can transfer the weight down and get a little more lean, get a little bit stronger, and use that same amount of force, it would be crazy. Like I think that there's a lot of potential with Deji. He just has to work for it. That's seriously it. And of course, it looks like he has been from these training videos I've been watching of him. The one I watched today actually came out yesterday. He has potential, and he is pretty evidently working towards it. And I'm very excited to see him walk. And I'm very excited to see him fight on March 5th. Please don't take another L. That would be so unfortunate. We're all hoping that you don't. Based off of just those fights, he's bottom of Matt for me. I love Deji. I don't want to see him this low, but he has lost his last 2 fights, obviously because of under preparation, but that's all that we've seen, and based off of that, it is Matt. Next, Nate Robinson. Okay, Nate Robinson. Bro, what were you doing? That was awful yet again. Bro just rushed him the entire time and got smacked up, laid out so many times. And when you got laid out the last time, you were in the ether realm. You were on another planet, bro. You were gone. And for that, bro, you're a stinker. You're a stinker. What are you doing? Like, a dude like Tyron Woodley can sit in there for 8 rounds. And yeah, he got smacked up. I will say, Tyron Woodley did get smacked up. But he did something back, and it was a competitive match. Nate Robinson made it look like Jake Paul was boxing a high schooler. That wasn't even a fight. Like, it was no competition there. Stay playing basketball, bro. Or I guess stay retired. I don't know. Like, boxing is not your thing. Next, we got DDG. I love DDG. DDG is a great dude. Boxing-wise, he did very, very well, actually. He surprised a lot of people. I saw that. This dude actually has a lot of potential. I'm not going to lie to you. He's obviously not a YouTube boxer anymore. He quit doing YouTube, kind of. I don't know what's going on with him. But, yeah, no. He fought really well. Definitely does need to tighten up some things, get a little bit more tight. He fights a little bit loose and all that. But he just tightens up a little bit, works on it a lot. He could be almost there, honestly, for me. Based on what we've seen, he's definitely a decent fighter. I do want to see him fight again. I don't know if he will or not, like I said, because he's not a YouTuber anymore. But we saw Blueface do it last year, so maybe DDG will. But as always seen, he's a decent fighter. All right, next, we got KSI. All right, KSI has done a lot, okay? The easiest way to put this, he dismantled Joe Weller, smacked him up. It was no competition. First Logan Paul fight, it was pretty close. If you want me to be completely honest, I was leaning toward Logan Paul winning that fight. Not that I wanted to win the fight. I wanted JJ to win. But just ruled off of the way I was looking at the fight, I think that Logan Paul won the first fight. I'm very glad that he didn't, but I do think that he did. Second fight, I do think KSI dominated besides a few rounds. And the only thing I got to say about it, he beat the dude that was able to stand in a ring with Floyd Mayweather and not get knocked out and call a draw, even though it was an exhibition. For that by itself, God, I don't care. Okay, next we got Jake Paul. Say what you want about the dude. The dude is God tier. Like, I'm sorry. The dude is God tier. Me personally, he's whatever. I personally don't really like him. But I can't disrespect what he's been able to do. He has destroyed everybody that he's fought. Just saying, though, Deji did come close. Man, if Deji would have been fit that first fight, he could have just canceled the monster. That's crazy, man. There never would have been Jake Paul fighting. That's alright, though. You can't take it away from him. He's God tier. I'd say he's above Logan. The Paul brothers are God tier fighters. Jake Paul especially. He's done so much. It's crazy. I'm excited for his next fight. I hope he refights Tommy Fury. I was really excited for that fight. Instead, we got Tyron Woodley too, which, god damn. Next, we got Slim. Slim has fought some relatively alright boxers and really just hasn't fought anybody with any notable names or anything like that. But he's won every single one pretty convincingly as well. For that, you're good. You know, you're a good boxer, but I don't really know where your ceiling is because you haven't find anybody that can really show us that. All right, you guys, and that is the entire list. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I don't think I'm gonna make any revisions or anything. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty solid list right now. If you guys have any different opinions or anything you want to say, just make sure you guys go down below in the comment section, say whatever you need to say, and I promise you I'll read it and I will respond. I respond to every single comment, so I would love to see yours down there. If you guys did enjoy this video, just give me a little bit, scroll down right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit those bell notifications. You guys always get notified when I make a video just like this one, and I will see you guys very soon. I'll talk to you guys later and have a great day. Peace.